It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Overtone Brewing Company and it's a can of their Brut IPA. It's in a 440ml can. It's coming in at 8% ABV. Looks pretty good. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass then. This will probably be my first Brut IPA of 2019. In all honesty, Brut IPAs exploded on the scene in 2018. I think somebody in America brewed a Brut IPA February 2018, and then it very quickly kind of went viral with breweries. Everybody wanted to brew this dry champagne yeast like sparkling carbonated style of beer, which they named Brut IPA. But it was a very quick, can I call it a fad? Do you mind if I call it a fad? It was a very quick, it was over by the time, it's June 2019 and I'm drinking my first Brut IPA of the year. Last year, 2018, I was drinking Brut IPAs every other weekend. They were like everywhere. Everybody wanted to brew them. But they've, over time, quite quickly, they've faded out. I don't think they went down very well with the public. It was meant to be this next big thing. But it turned out it really wasn't in that way. But I sit on the fence a little bit with this. I'm lucky I don't get splinters in my backside, but I like some and I don't like others. It depends on the beer. I personally like a more juicy style IPA rather than a dry carbonated champagne yeast, like and really hopped on the back end as well, so there's like this dry bitterness coming through. And there's some hops in the boil as well to bring out that bitterness. 3-finger white head, good levels of carbonation. Yeah, we got a hazy looking beer. And I know I've almost kind of poo-pooed all over Brut IPAs before I've even got into this beer. Not to slate the beer before we even got started. I just wanted to give you a brief history on Brut IPA. Aroma. Yeah, this is spot on for the style. So well done to Overtone Brewing Company. Just in the aroma, I can pick up that this is smack on for the style. You can almost smell the dryness. Like, you can almost smell the bitterness from the hops as well. Straw-like grains, malt grains, flavours, aromas, and then like this dry lemon and lime aroma on the back end. Let's dive in. Quite tropical as well. Cheers. Lovely, lovely. After saying all of that, it's one of these love-hate relationships. You can brew a really good Brut IPA and you can brew one that I don't like. There's certain Brut IPAs out there which I really don't like. This is one I like. It's still very much tropical. Cutthroat dryness, cutthroat dry, carbonated but tropical. It's going to take a few tastes to really pull out the flavours. I've always, and this is another reason I'm like this with Brut IPAs, because I generally struggle with the style. I struggle to bring out all of the flavours in a Brut IPA. Very tropical. Mango, grapefruit, citrus. It's lemony, dry, spicy, peppery. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. It's a nice beer. It's a nice beer. Let's see what the brewer. And what I like about this brewery is that they're very kind of upfront with everything they put into the beer. They put it on the side of the can. So the hops are Nelson Sauvin and Columbus. The malts are Pilsner malt, and the yeast is Champagne and California Ale. So you're getting that kind of Pilsner. Pilsners can be dry. Champagne yeast can be dry. Nelson Sauvin can be produce a dryness in the beer as well, but it's very fruity. And it's described as natural, unfiltered, unfined and vegan friendly beer. I'm going to rate it. This is one of the much better Brut IPAs that I've tried. There's no real taste of alcohol at 8% ABV. It's drinkable, it's fresh, it's refreshing. Even though it's dry, it's still refreshing. Plenty of tropical fruit come from the Nelson Sauvin hops in there, and the other hop was the Columbus hop. Yeah, I could drink one or two of these. Let's rate it. I like that enough to give it, and I'm saying stone the crows at the end here. Stone the crows! I'm saying stone the crows at the end because I really wanted to pick out the detail. I wanted to kind of give you the brief history of Brut IPAs, because I don't think they're going to be around for much longer. I don't think it's going to be a style that will last. It's a bit of a flash in the pan. So I almost feel like this might be one of the last Brut IPAs we ever review on the channel. I just don't think people are going to carry on brewing them. Overtone Brewing Company, they've always got a conveyor belt of beers. They're changing them all the time. They're improving all the time. They're a great brewery from Glasgow, Scotland. It's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!